I sent him a nude, and he responded with, so you, like, definitely don't have herpes, right? We're your hosts, Tara, Nora, and Allie, and you're listening to Bad Advice Only.
We're just three New York City rats talking about scurrying around the Big Apple. Here, we make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to.
We're begging you. Leave us a review and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We release new episodes every Monday, so stay tuned, rats.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we have an outline, agenda, or a topic today.
We actually do.
Yeah, Allie and I brainstormed this morning.
Oh, good.
So it's gonna be really all over the place.
Whose episode is it?
Ours.
All right, then, ladies. What are we talking about?
We're talking about doctors. New York City doctors.
That's a good one.
I think it's fitting because we threw our bodies through the fucking fire this weekend.
We're all going to have to go to... And it's not even just medical doctors. We're talking dentists. We're talking chiropractors.
We're talking nutritionists.
We're talking the medical field in New York City.
It's fucked.
It's fucked.
How the fuck do you choose a doctor?
You don't. You just pray.
You just spray and pray.
Spray and pray every day.
Doing it wrong.
Allie was about to say, just for our listeners, quick recap, the reason why we're going to need so many doctors is because we are currently recording at Lake Week, y'all.
We're in Georgia.
We're Southern rats in Georgia.
Do we need to do any recapping of Lake Week?
So, listener, we do an annual lake trip to Lake Allatoona, which is just outside of Atlanta. It all started during the global pandemic of 2020. And it was us just trying to get out of the house. Like, we all quarantined for a certain amount of time and then came to Atlanta to rent out a lake house. And it turned into one of our best favorite trips of our lives.
I train all year to drink for this
We
whole
train
week.
all year for this week. And so we've turned it into an annual tradition. Nora, you look awful.
I feel awful. I've been pounding alcohol and marijuana for days on end. What the fuck?
No one else choose to do marijuana other than
Chose.
you.
The word you're looking for is chose.
We're in the South. I can say whatever I want in whatever order.
Oh, I guess before we should really get into it, do y'all want to talk about your experience getting to Georgia? We had a few snafus.
Allie and I don't even... What happened to us? We had to live together for like 4 days straight to get to this goddamn state. Mm-hmm. Our flight kept getting moved. It kept getting canceled. We turned LaGuardia into a club. Mm-hmm. Club Guardia is what we call it now.
Miss you. Best nightlife in the city.
The best nightlife in the city is at LaGuardia at this point.
I love that.
LaGuardia. Somebody was like, what lounge were you in? And we were like, no.
We were just walking around with a couple of bottles of wine.
For the listener, there was a hurricane.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened.
And Allie and Nora originally were supposed to fly out one day, but baby rat Nora can't manage her schedule very well and forgot she had a really important meeting that morning. So they changed their flight, but the flight changed them.
And you know what the irony is in all of this? Her meeting got canceled.
No, I didn't know that.
It did. And our original flight made it out just fine.
And our original flight, we were upgraded to first class.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
But nope, Nora had to make this 8 a.m.
Yeah, no, it was pretty dumb.
This is truly the perfect storm.
Yeah.
And Allie also lost $2,000.
And there's so many things. I abandoned my suitcase at LaGuardia for 4 days.
Yeah, listener, my sister had to wear my underwear. It was not a
She had to wear my underwear, too.
I've worn everyone's underwear in this house.
Yeah, I lost $2,000 buying a backup flight because I was drunk in line. I put my wrong name on the ticket, so I couldn't cancel it.
One of our friends who wishes to remain anonymous, she keeps a very private life, pretended to be Nora at the Atlanta airport to secure Nora's bag 5 days later. And she inspected said bag to make sure it was Nora's. And all she pulled out was a massive bra and was like, yes, this is Nora's.
Yeah, I got tits, listener. I got tits.
She's single and looking.
She's single.
She's single.
She's looking for something.
She's not looking for a husband, but she's looking for something.
I like sex.
Should we list all the reasons why we need to go to a doctor? Nora has a growth.
I have a growth on my back. My knees look like I've been on them for days.
I cannot bend my torso.
Allie has internal bleeding from a spicy karaoke moment.
Yeah, and I don't think I hurt myself this trip besides
What? You wrecked your neck.
Yeah, but that's your usual wear and tear when you have 3 bulging discs.
We have a full week, baby girl.
Yeah, I do have. We have 7 more
Your
days.
boyfriend's gone now. You're about to go fucking nuts.
I told him that too.
What would happen if I just got up to shit my pants real quick?
You have to go.
Yeah.
We'll take a brief pause in the editing. All right. Well, anyway, Atlanta was super, super fun, but we might have to go to the doctors when we go back. We've all established this.
Okay, so for the listener and our proud tourists, is it hard to find a doctor in New York?
I just think there's a million and they're all insane. Like they give you like 10 minutes of their time.
Oh my God, I could bitch about this for days.
Like you wait for 45 days to see a doctor and then they give you 10 minutes of their time.
But how are you even finding them? Because for me, my gripe is ZocDoc, because I feel like
hate ZocDoc.
There's, to your point, there's like a jillion. Is that a number? There's a jillion
Totally.
doctors in the city, and you're trying to find one that aligns with your health insurance, one that is close to you, one that doesn't look like, you know, you're going to get shanked to death on the table. There's a lot of parameters, and ZocDoc will lie to you and tell you that they take your insurance, and then you get there
And they
it's
don't.
very expensive.
I hate ZocDoc. 1, because they lie to you. 2, their location settings are fucked. It's a New York company, and yet they're trying to send me 30 miles out my way for every goddamn doctor. 3, all their appointments are like, there's one at 10, 10:03, 10:05, 10:09, 10:10, 10:14. And I'm like, what is this?
I totally forgot about that. I gave up on ZocDoc many moons.
So how do you find your doctors?
Okay, so my first attempt when I moved to New York, I was on shit health insurance. And I have a neck injury, listener. I think we've mentioned it a couple times now.
I think we know.
I think they know. And it was really, really bad back then. I was working a horrible desk job where, like, you were basically chained to your desk and couldn't move. So my neck was just always in pain. So I was like, I gotta do something about this neck. Well, so I went the old lady method, and I don't know if y'all have ever tried this. I called the insurance company I called the number on the back of your card.
I've never tried that.
Well, if you call them, they send you a list of doctors in network in your area. And so I don't know why this isn't available to us just naturally. You have to call. They started listing them, and I was like, whoa, well, can you email me? I can't write down all this shit. I got a bad neck. And they emailed me a list of like 90 doctors. So the first one, and it's in order, I think, of like nearest to my home address. So I just found one like 2 blocks away, and I was like, perfect. I call, make an appointment. Everything is seamless so far. It's going great. And this is y'all when I lived in Urinal West, so the Upper West Side for the listener. I walk 2 blocks down to this said doctor's office, walk in, and it's a gymnasium.
What?
Why
have you never told me this?
You know, I realized I keep in a lot of weird shit until I
what
get
kind
on
of gymnasium? Like Larry Nassar gymnastic style, or like gymnasium like high school basketball court?
Yes, listener, this is where I announced to the world that I was inappropriately touched during my neck appointment. No, when I say a gymnasium, it was legit just a fucking basketball court with bleachers.
Tara.
Where was the doctor? Where was the doctor?
And this is when I worked for an agency, so they were, as we're not allowed to say it, time Nazis. And I told them I had a doctor.
As long as you say time in front of Nazis, it's okay.
Sure
We
it's
covered
the same
this.
thing, guys.
It's not the same.
This means you're really strict on time.
Yeah, they're assholes. just like Nazis. So anyways, I tell them I have a 12 o'clock appointment. My assumption...
Who in the basketball court are you talking
The
to?
coach of the team.
Is there a desk?
I'm just assuming it was a repurposed gym, guys.
So there's a desk.
Yeah, there's a desk. I have a 12 o'clock, so I go in, I say, hey, I have an appointment at noon. I got there 15 minutes early, as you do to fill out paperwork when you're a new patient.
Unless you're going to the doctor at a gym.
Yeah, there.
I think all bets are off if you're in the gym.
Yeah, you're right, guys. There was no paperwork. I just sat down next to all these old people. I waited 2 hours, y'all. I was like, I'm confused. I went up to said desk multiple times being like, I have a 12 o'clock appointment. It's now 1. What's happening? And they were like, oh yeah, the doctor will see you soon. Waited until 2 o'clock. I'm panicking because, again, I'm supposed to be at my shitty agency job making cold calls. And I can't get back to my stupid desk because I'm seeing my doctor. So I finally go back. I get called at like 2 o'clock. So I wait 2 hours. I get called into the back room. There are like little like small offices, like little booths, phone booths, basically. And I go in. I wait another 30 minutes for a doctor to come in. And he's clearly like a sleep-deprived resident that does not give a flying fuck about me. He has the worst bedside manners. There's not even a chair. What are they called? Not an inspection chair. A patient chair.
You're
table.
not in a chair, you're just standing.
I'm like in a normal chair, like an office chair, not a doctor's chair.
It's not like a sleeper lounge.
Yeah. Yeah, my feet aren't put up, my vagina's not exposed. That's not a doctor.
I'm having a really hard time picturing this.
Me too. I'm still in the gymnasium.
I can't get over you just sitting in a basketball
Guys,
court.
Believe it or not, I never went back.
I kind of want to go.
It's still there. I bet you there are people still fucking waiting.
I've been to a dentist where it was just in a studio apartment.
Just like your massage that Ali got you to.
what?
The massage.
When?
This was like a year ago, and I was looking for a new dentist.
Why?
And because my old dentist charges me $200 every time I don't show up to an appointment.
Which is how many times now?
At least 6.
Are we going to have to do some rat math on this
That's
episode?
a couple $1,000s.
That's a couple
I know,
thousand
man,
dollars.
but that's about $1,200. That's more than 50%.
That's a lot of money at the dentist. But
And this is when you were poor.
This is when I was poor. I'm not going to anymore, but I went to a new dentist, and it is the same as the massage story. It is just an apartment that I
What a
buzzed.
great throwback to
How to get a sketchy massage in NYC. One of our worst audio quality episodes of all time, listener.
Give it a listen, listener.
But yeah, it was just an apartment.
Our dentist, Tara and I share the same dentist.
I used to love this beautiful bitch, and now she is one of my worst enemies.
I think she's so funny.
She is funny.
She absolutely roasts Tara to me every time we go.
Every time I go, and she's like, how are things? How's work? And then I always bring up you because Allie referred me to her. She's so beautiful. She's so hot. Such great
All
eye candy.
women dentists are hot.
Yeah,
I know.
there's
That's a
Like our
thing.
friend who was here this weekend, so hot.
she
hot
wants
dentist.
privacy.
She wants privacy.
Hottest woman I've ever seen.
Well, yeah.
Hottest woman.
Well, anyways, our dentist is hot, and one day she wasn't there, and I got a different dentist. And then I got a bill in the mail because that dentist apparently doesn't take our insurance. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. I went to my dentist, and she had a sub. What am I supposed to do?
I've never heard of this.
I've never heard of this story either. I thought you didn't like our dentist because she told me that you needed therapy.
Was it our dentist or the dental hygienist?
It was
I
the
thought
dental hygienist. But
Yeah,
the
okay.
dentist didn't say no.
Well, let's start this over.
For the sake of the story, it's the dentist.
No, we got 2 beefs with 2 different problems.
Well, my dental hygienist, our dental hygienist,
Cunt.
fucked my ex-boyfriend, I think.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
a conspiracy.
What an accusation this
Adds a
morning.
layer of complexity to the dynamic of this friend circle.
Of you two and your dentist and your dental hygienist.
Yes. Crazy love rectangle.
Anyways, yeah, I'm really pissed off. This happened over a year ago, y'all, and I'm still battling this bill.
I didn't know that. I'll bring it up with them the
What
next time I'm there.
happened?
So, okay, they told me after the fact, after my teeth had been cleaned, I was a victim of fraud. They said, oh, by the way, this dentist is subbing for what's her face. He was not hot, no eye candy, whatever.
That's the only reason I go to the dentist.
I know. So anyways, yeah, they were like, so you're going to have to either pay now or you can call your dental insurance. They'll cut you a check, but they'll mail it to you, and then you need to sign it and mail it to us. And I was like, this
you just
is
eat the money at that point.
absolutely not.
It's too much work.
It was like $192, and I just can't afford that.
Whoa.
Also,
much.
the story
Too
I was
much.
looking for is the one where you were referred to a therapist by
Right,
your
we're
dentist.
getting there. We're getting there. All right, I think Allie's better equipped to tell my other dentist issue story.
That's because it happened to me and not you.
Yeah, I'm just yet again a victim of just senseless cruelty.
It wasn't It wasn't that senseless. Tara instigated it, and she won't say that she did. So I'll tell you the truth, listeners.
I will admit, I thought I was asking a friend for help.
Who's the friend, the hygienist?
Allie.
I wasn't like, hey, my friend Tara's fucking crazy. You got any advice? Tara had asked me, she's like, look, I'm having a lot of trouble going back to the dentist. I didn't know about the bill issue. I thought it was just because you didn't like getting your teethy scraped.
It's that. I don't care about the bill. I can afford to pay them. It's just the principle of the matter. But yeah, my anxiety has gotten really, really bad about the dentist. I'm like, I go in so nervous. I wear my noise canceling headphones, but I noticed I scratched the shit out of my hand while they're scraping me, and I'm always bleeding when I leave. My hand
I
is...
don't mean to laugh. I'm just picturing you like one of those autistic children at like a baseball game.
My
Like,
God,
they get
Allie.
set on, you know? No, my niece, that happens to her all the time too.
I didn't know your niece was autistic.
She doesn't know either.
Oh my God.
All right, so yeah, Allie happened to have an appointment, so I was like, my dear friend Allie, you know of my anxiety and my issues. Could you please ask them, since you're there, as a courtesy to me, if they provide drugs?
Okay, so I get this text message from Tara, them being like, can you ask the dentist or the dental hygienist what they could do about my anxiety? Because surely we were conspiring, Tara and I. We're no doctors. We're no rat doctors.
We're no rat doctors.
Not a man.
But I'm thinking they could Novocaine you. They could put some little gas masks on you. They could fucking
Gas me.
punch a bitch in the face and knock her lights out. Something.
I would take that. Please punch me in the face.
And so I'm sitting there with our dental hygienist who, yet again, has fucked my ex-boyfriend. She's already a little heated, all right?
Allegedly.
She's already a little on edge.
It's
so beautiful.
It's a strange dynamic. Her hands in your mouth, she's fucked your ex.
It's crazy. And I'm like, you know Tara? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like,
They know Tara.
you know, we haven't seen her in a while. I'm like, well, there's a reason. You know, she's like a little anxious about getting her little teethy scraped. What would you recommend? Like, is there anything that you could do for her? I'd love to get her back in. And she knows she wants to come back in, but, you know, teeth anxiety is a real thing.
It is.
And then she said, has she tried therapy?
Fucking bitch. That is so rude.
To which I responded, yes. And she said, she should go more frequently.
That's so rude.
I said, you're right. That's a great suggestion. I'll let her know. I go, but also, do you offer gas? Or like, you know, Novocaine? And she's like, we also offer those things. So.
Oh my God. Why would she be so bitchy with that answer?
Because she's threatened by us getting back together with Ryan.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, I thought you were
definitely
talking
the
about
sex.
Rave Daddy.
No, she fucked Ryan.
She fucked Ryan. That's how I got to this dentist. Ryan referred me there, and it's all full circle. It's not really that much of a conspiracy when you think about it.
Is that why Nora won't go to our dentist? Because we have tried referring her many times.
I like my dentist.
Because they charge you? It's like a
finally
masochistic relationship?
No, I have a new dentist now I like. I don't want to go to the same dentist. This is weird, guys.
Yeah.
We don't have to go to the same dentist.
We shared the same toothbrush this morning. Why is that
Why
weird?
did you use my toothbrush?
Yeah,
Was that my
what?
toothbrush?
All right, rats. I need you two on my side. How bitchy is that dental hygienist?
Oh, you're still on that.
yes.
I
happened
think
a year
it's quite
ago.
funny. I'm happy with what she's done.
I'm going back in like a week just to hang out.
I haven't gone back to the dentist now in 2 years, and I have been diagnosed with gum recession.
Oh my God. What? What?
Are you okay?
Who diagnosed you?
Thou who shalt not be named.
We had a dentist on this trip.
Shout out. She wishes to remain anonymous and private. She
We'll call
respects
her the dentist.
the dentist. But anyways, yeah, I thought it was, if we're talking medically, this is fucked. Absolute.
No, it's
Bullshit.
totally inappropriate for a doctor to refer you to another doctor for your mental
Exactly.
health. That's outrageous.
Outrageous.
I
It was
think
a
that's
dental
my-
hygienist.
Jesus. She hates this woman.
Allie, you should be on my side. She fucked your ex-boyfriend.
Pearls are who hasn't? Okay. Look, I understand you're upset. The reason I'm not on your side is because our actual dentist roasts me every time I go to
Because
the dentist.
you're a horrible patient.
What is your actual dentist roast you about?
Oh,
time
where do we begin?
Yeah, I mean,
where do
it's
we begin?
Pretty bad.
Allie paid thousands of dollars for Invisalign that she wore once to correct one crooked little tooth that she's been calling her snaggle. No one else sees it. No one else sees the crooked tooth.
It's because of fried chicken, listener. I used to have a lifetime retainer on the back of my teeth, and the moral of the story is I drink too much. We know this. We figured that out this weekend. But I ate Bojangles fried chicken one time on a road trip down south, and it just snapped off my one little snaggle. But I was down at Myrtle Beach for a full week. I couldn't get to an ortho, and before you knew it, my little snaggle started forming, and here we are.
No one else sees this tooth. Allie thinks it's like... Allie has body dysmorphia only in the mouth.
Of the tooth.
Of one tooth.
It's not even a top tooth, listener. It's a bottom tooth. You'd never see it.
Every time Allie tries to show us, she has to pull her bottom lip all the way
You guys
down.
don't understand it because I'm not sucking your dick, but that's the first thing they see when I'm going down.
You think you think the
They're like,
male...
oh, her snaggle's gonna get me. She's gonna nick me.
Okay, boy listeners, it's a question for you. DM us. When you're about to receive oral, do you look at the bottom teeth? Yes or no?
All of us are just barren teeth.
Yeah, but anyway, so my dentist, okay, I keep losing my Invisalign trays because I'm not committed. I can't make commitments, okay? And every time I'd go back to her, I would like have lost another tray, and then I decided without her consultation that I was gonna stop it. And I was like, I've had enough of this Invisalign. And for a full year, I never went back to the dentist.
She just kept the hooks on her teeth.
Yeah, I kept the little clippies on my teeth, and I was really annoyed with them. But I did it for a full year because I was so ashamed to go back to the dentist.
Listen.
And when I finally made it back, I was like, hey, and she's like, you kept canceling on us for so long. I didn't think you were going to make it back here. And I was like, well, I'm here now, and I have to be honest with you. I stopped my Invisalign, and she goes, yeah, I could guess that.
Before she even opened
Oh,
her
shit.
She was like, what else is new with you? You can't fucking show up to any appointments. And I was like, damn, Kristen, just put a ring on my finger already.
She's like, can you take my clippies off?
Yeah, I'm
now?
like, do you
I'm
mind
just here for
scraping
the
my
clippies,
clips?
not the scrapies.
And then, like, the last time I was there, I was like, look, I've just started getting my flossing back on track. She gave me a little sticker. It's on my laptop now.
How patronizing
And-
is that?
And then I was like, oh, you know.
32-year-old woman got a sticker to remember to floss again.
They gave me two, actually. One of them was culturally inappropriate.
What was it?
It was a little tooth with the floss wrapped around its head, but
Like a
samurai.
ninja?
Yeah, like a samurai. And then it had the Japanese circle flag in the middle of the forehead. And I was at work, and I was like, which sticker?
Oh.
And everyone's like, Allie,
So
it can't
not-
be the Japanese tooth ninja.
The Japanese tooth ninja, no.
No, it shan't be.
Well, okay, I'm not going to say I told you so, but when you consulted us as friends for Invisalign, I said, absolutely not. You have the weakest of commitments.
So
Yeah.
true.
I just don't think normal people have this many stories about the dentist.
It's getting you.
I think normal people just go to the dentist and don't really think
so?
much about it.
Well, so when I went there, you're right. I don't have strong commitments. I definitely don't need it because when I went back, I was like, look, I've handled flossing. I don't have a night guard because I lost my Invisalign and I don't have a retainer now. And she was like, obviously, she let out a huge sigh of just disappointment. I'm like, oh, you're a waste of my time. And then she's looking at my teeth and she's like, is your Invisalign case still open? Like, do you want to just fucking do it? And I was like, no. And she was like, you know why you don't want to do it? And I'm like, why, Dr. Gratzel?
That's not a real name. Yeah.
I never knew how to pronounce it.
And she was like, because your teeth are almost just perfect, okay? You have perfect teeth, but that one's slightly off. Of course you're not going to do it. Of course you're not. And I'm like, who hurt you? I'm like, you're right, they are perfect. My little snaggle of me.
So your tooth body dysmorphia is,
Yeah, but then, you know that one guy
cured?
that told me that my ukulele was cultural appropriation?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, and it is. I agree.
Who said that?
One of my gays. He also, like, gave me a second opinion, and he's no rat dentist, but I was like, look, I got this snaggle. I don't really need to fix it. And he goes, oh my God. I was like, what? He's like,
They're so harsh.
He's like, that's going to fuck your whole mouth up in 20 years.
What? Is he a dentist?
No. He's a fitness instructor.
Okay, so while we were talking about scrapies, and I'm assuming our listeners understand what the scrapies are in the teeth.
Obviously, everyone understands. Because
Everyone
it makes
knows-
a scrapey.
It's awful. It makes my skin crawl. I want to
kind
throw
of like
up.
it.
But it also made me realize Nora also uses the term scrapies for something else, and I don't know if we can tell this.
It's
story.
vaginal scrapies.
Oh, yeah, vaginal scrapies. A vaginal scrapey, listener, is when you've got the HPV so bad. You got it so bad that they got to go in and scrape out your cancer cells, which I have done.
My favorite part is that our friend that you just fucked is going to listen to this episode and find out he's got HPV now.
Hey,
He's like
Bud.
40. He already
has
HPV.
HPV.
Listener,
We all have
guess
HPV.
what? You have HPV.
PSA again, you have HPV.
I was HPV free until maybe Jew lawyer, and now it's all bets are off.
Old Balls and I had this conversation about STIs and whatnot. He's very confused by our lackadaisical approach to STIs and STDs.
Like you're like the more the merrier.
Yeah, you know, once you have one,
It's
you got
like
'em all.
Pokemon, collect them all.
Collect 'em all. So yeah, we were joking about HPV with Old Balls one time, and he was like, "Not everyone has that." And we were like,
Yes, they do.
You had sex ed in the 50s. You don't know
Yeah.
what."
He definitely had tetanus. He had to have.
Oh, he probably lived in an iron lung or something.
Guys, here's my real take. I just want to go off about STDs real quick.
Go.
Which is as
You have the floor.
follows. Okay, you should watch out for HIV for sure. You
Yeah.
gotta watch out for
Use
that
PrEP.
one. But all the others are curable, and you can get them even when you wear a condom. So what the fuck are we doing?
I know.
Herpes can get it with a condom. HPV can get it with a condom. What's the fucking point?
We should note that herpes also is not curable.
Herpes
It's
is not
manageable.
curable. But here's the thing. They don't even test for herpes at the doctor unless you specifically ask, because so many people have it and they don't want to scare you.
All right, Nora's rant is fair, and we should be educational. So let's put on our educator rat hats.
Guys, I can't let any of this air because the guy I'm fucking right now is convinced I gave him herpes, and I didn't.
It looks worse than herpes.
It's
whatever
not
he has.
herpes.
Which guy?
One of the neighborhood fucks.
Nora's neighborhood fox.
No, it's not herpes. It's because I didn't shave and I grinded really hard on his abdomen.
Let me just backtrack real quick. You were grinding on his abs.
Yeah. And he got bumps on his, like, tummy.
No, it's not. It's the area above his dick. I saw it.
you
Where
would
his fupa
grind.
would
It's
be.
where you would grind your clit during sex.
I know that spot real
You
well.
know that
Do you think
spot.
you have like clip mites that just like? Because it looked like a rash. It looked like little bites around his jaw.
Did he send a picture to Allie? Why does Allie know what it looks like?
He
This
sent
was
us a
at Club
picture.
LaGuardia when we were getting real drunk.
We were at
Club Guardia is an STI prevention zone.
We're at Club Guardia, and this guy's like, look, well, Well, it's actually really fucked. I sent him a nude, and he responded with, "So you like definitely don't have herpes, right?"
Were you like, no, everybody has herpes?
I was like, that is not the response I normally get. And then he was like, "I'm gonna send you a picture," and I was like, "Bet." And then he sent me a picture.
It was sent with invisible ink, so it was really hard to see
Wait,
because you
really?
had to wipe it
Yeah,
away.
I actually don't know what's up with this guy. He always sends nudes in Tell him what?
Tell me which one.
I'm going to just backtrack a little bit and go back to ZocDoc. So I found this nutritionist one time.
Allie's dying to talk about this nutritionist.
No, this is more like ZocDoc. Get your shit together because
I hate ZocDoc.
I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all were still using this.
I only get my doctors through ZocDoc or my ex-boyfriend's lovers. Okay,
So-
nothing else.
So we also learned on today's episode that you can call the back of your insurance card for referrals.
Okay, Grandma.
So during COVID, I was fat and I was like, don't really know how else to say it.
I think what you meant to say was that
No, I said what I said.
I think you meant to
And
say.
so I went to a nutritionist.
She was fat.
Yeah, I believe it. I'm still fat, listeners. Nothing has changed. And I'll tell you why I went to this nutritionist. And I was like, look, I found you on ZocDoc. You have great ratings. I took a 10:04 slot time.
God damn it.
And I'm like, these are all the things that I know I want to be eating, but I can't do it. Like, this is how much I exercise. This is normally what I eat in a day.
Did he suggest therapy?
Can I help it? No. He just looks at me and he goes, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. And I'm like, okay, but like, can you help me? Like, it'd be really great if you could write like a food journal or recipes or something for me to follow. Like, I need to follow something. And he's like, I don't really do that. That's not part of my job. And, by the way, this isn't covered by your insurance. So it's going to be $400 and you can pay it at the end of the session. And I was like, what? And he goes, I hate to tell you, you're just fat. I was like,
No, he didn't.
no, I swear to God.
No, he didn't.
He said something along the lines of, your BMI isn't where we'd like for it to be, and you're overweight.
Yawn. Yawn.
You're like, I know.
I know, I'm like, that's why I got
here.
this call set up. That fucker didn't help me.
So you paid $400 to be told you're fat?
Yeah, how upsetting. Like, I told myself that daily for free. Okay, I don't need some fucking fat white guy behind a desk chair on video camera.
I knew
telling
he
me
was
that.
fat. I knew it.
So it's sounding like we need some doctors on this podcast since their advice is bad advice only.
We should get a doctor on here. Do we know any doctors?
Oh, yeah. The one that I pegged. Anyways, that's our show, Rats.
That's it, Rats.
Good luck finding a doctor.
See you in New York.
Woo!
Good luck finding a doctor.
As always, thanks for listening. If you're interested in even more bad advice, scurry on over to Instagram and TikTok at Bad Advice Only NYC. We're begging you. Download and rate the show and leave us a review. Talk to you next Monday. Stay tuned, rats.